What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Ball Knowledge Unscripted. Once again, that's my man Jason. I'm your boy Kareem, and we're here to give you all ball, all the time. What's going on, brother?
Not much. What's happening with you, man?
Hey, man, another day, man. Can't complain. Can't complain at all.
I hear you.
What's going on with the world of sports on your side? That's right.
Man, I am looking forward to what will be a pretty good college football Saturday.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a good game on tomorrow night. And I'm looking forward to got a volleyball tournament Saturday.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get ready for the slate on Sunday.
There you go. So you say the game tomorrow. What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
There is a good game. Louisville goes to number 2 Miami. I don't think it's a trap game or anything. I think Miami will win. They're a 13.5 point favorite. But I think it'll be a good game. I think Louisville will give them a game. I don't think part of me would be okay with taking Louisville and the points. Because I do think it's going to be it's only one day, but sometimes you get messes with your normal schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Playing a day early. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to that.
That is an interesting game because what Indiana has been doing, what Ohio State's been doing, Miami's kind of being pushed to the side and, kind of in the background. Mm-hmm. So this is an opportunity. Basically, the only game of the night. Nebraska plays Minnesota, and two other meaningless games. So basically, you have the national spotlight to yourself, and they have an opportunity to show out. They're 13.5 point favorites. You say you take Louisville. I actually think I would take Miami with the over because I believe they're going to put a stamp on them being the number 2 team in the nation.
Yeah, they certainly, they're probably feeling a little, little forgotten about maybe with this whole Ohio State, Indiana taking over everything. So, yeah, I think Miami definitely is, going to have one of those games where a look at me game, right? Like, hey, we can, we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. So absolutely. If we were in the BCS era, this would be one of them style points games. And I believe this will be one of them. Carson Beck and that offense is going to light the show up, and is in Miami. I would have a little more faith in Louisville if it was in Louisville to make it a better game, but because it's in Coral Gables, I think it's going to get real ugly for the Cardinals down there in Miami.
Yeah, that's why I don't think there's any chance Miami loses the game. But I don't know. Call it a hunch. Got a hunch, bet a bunch. I have a feeling it's going to be it'll be a game where it's close and maybe Miami pulls away late.
Okay.
I could see that too, but I think I think it'll be a decent game.
Okay.
But that Saturday slate got some good ones.
Yeah.
Got some good ones. LSU at Vandy. Interesting stat of the day.
Okay.
This will be the first time, because you're younger than me, right? By like a year or so?
Yeah.
This will be the first time you or I will have ever seen this in our life, because it has been 45 years since Vanderbilt has been favored against a ranked team.
Wow.
Vandy is as of right now, Vandy is a 2.5 point favorite at home against Brian Kelly and LSU.
Well, then that's Vegas saying it's pretty much a pick'em game. Wow, that is an interesting stat.
Yeah, I saw that. I think last night, and I mean, you know me, so I'm looking it up like, that's not true. That's not true.
45 years, that's crazy.
Yeah, first time in 45 years.
Wow. Well,
Um,
Commodores, the Harvard of the South. Best of luck to you. I think I'm going to roll with LSU in that one.
I
But
feel the same way.
because I don't have a dog in the fight, best of luck to you. It'll make for an intriguing AP poll on Monday.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool stat. I think it's a really cool stat. Um, I'm not quite sure why. I don't think LSU is bad. Um, I was a little more, looking at it like I think when the polls came out, it's like it's one of those where you look through the polls, and then I'm kind of looking through them, and I'm like, Vanderbilt is 17.
Yeah,
Like, is
yeah,
that right?
yeah,
And so they are. So, but yeah, I think LSU goes into Vanderbilt and handles business,
yeah.
and
I do as well.
I don't think that's a thing. Ole Miss, number 5, Ole Miss at number 9, Georgia. I think this may be the second best game on the entire tilt. I think Ole Miss is definitely they. I think they look good. I think they. I think they will absolutely give Georgia. Georgia is an 8.5 point favorite. That seems a little high to me because I think Georgia's been kind of scuffling. Like they've looked really good at
Hmm.
times, and then they've looked kind of like, I don't know.
I think it
Um,
might be because they're at home.
yeah,
You know, 7.5 is still a lot.
yeah,
You get 3 points just for being at home. So they're basically saying Georgia's a 4.5 point favorite over Ole Miss. And I don't know if that's true. I actually like Ole Miss in that game to beat Georgia um, down there in Athens. So we'll see.
yeah. I like Ole Miss there. I just think Lane Kiffin. I don't know. The guy looks for. I mean, this may end up being his best team he's had there. And like, I watch him do his press conferences and different things, and that guy just seems incredibly relaxed. You know, and I just don't think he's swayed by a lot. He seems like a fairly laid back guy anyway. Um, but I think it's going to be a great game. It wouldn't surprise me if Georgia wins, but I think Ole Miss is going to have what it takes.
I think what's gonna do Georgia in is that quarterback from Ole Miss, Trinidad. I can't say his last name. Was it Chambliss or something like that? Uh,
I always have to like look at the spelling.
yeah, that kid is special. He is special, and if they don't do a good job containing him, it'll be a long night for Georgia.
Yeah, for sure.
It will be a long night because he has no problem pulling it down and taking off.
Yeah, I agree. He's only got one interception on the year. He's thrown for almost 1,300 yards. So, um, and they do a pretty good job. Lacey does a good job running the ball there. They're a very, I feel like, in my opinion, this is probably one of his most balanced teams. I just
Yeah, I
think
agree. I agree.
I think they can do. I mean, I won't say they're great at anything. I just think they do everything well.
Yep, I completely agree with that.
So, but I certainly think this is an opportunity to get a really good win under their belt. You know, and push forward for the second half of the season because I do think that a lot of the teams in the SEC some of them have some brutal schedules ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
So this game would go a long way,
I
towards their what will be their playoff resume.
absolutely, absolutely, because this would definitely be with, especially with them being number 5 right now. They pulled this game out, right? And you look at the rest of their schedule. I mean, they're not a. I wouldn't say there is a easy road, but I would say it's an easy road. Outside of Georgia, they play Oklahoma. Who knows if Mateer will be healthy? But after that, they got South Carolina, the Citadel, Florida, and Mississippi State. All winnable games.
But you know what? Those two games, like South Carolina, is a problem. They're just I wouldn't say that they kind of almost remind me of a Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that, like, I don't know, they just seem to be a problem late in the year. And that Florida game, I have a feeling by then, Florida will probably be under an interim coach by then. I'm willing to bet. And that's a situation when those teams, that makes it really hard to game plan for those teams when they lose their
That's
coach in the
true.
middle of the
That's
season,
true.
because you have a new interim coach coming in, right? So that can sometimes, if it's the right guy, that can kind of juvenate the team, and you don't necessarily know how to prepare for him,
Yeah.
right?
No,
His
seriously.
game plan, him, if it's a coordinator that gets promoted, or the interim tag, they're going to come in and do things their way, which normally that team always ends up looking a little different. UCLA
Mm-hmm.
is a perfect example of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
UCLA lets their head coach go, and or their they move Jerry Neuheisel up to offensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, maybe it's a fluke, maybe it's not, but they looked really, really good 2 games in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So
absolutely. And that's South Carolina. Speaking of the South Carolina game. What I think about that one, because South Carolina has a brutal road these next few weeks. They have Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. If they, because right now they're 3-3. If they lose, say that Oklahoma, Alabama game, that team they could check out.
for sure.
And Ole Miss can go in there and steamboat them. Actually, South Carolina goes to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
If they're not locked in, what I mean, it's like, oh well, shoot, we got 3 wins. Coming into the last 2 weeks of the season, we're not even gonna make a bowl game.
Yeah. But
How locked in will they be?
in 2 of those losses, though, they only lost to Missouri by 9, and they only lost to LSU by 10.
Yeah,
So they were
yeah,
in those games. They kind of got handled by Vanderbilt for some
yeah.
reason.
Danny beat them by
Um,
24.
but I think it'll be interesting. But yeah, that's a rough 4 games ahead of them. Luckily, they get a breather with Coastal Carolina there, but that's a rough 4 games, 5 if you count last week against LSU.
Yeah, I
But
mean, like you said, you get a. I mean, they could lose every one of those games
mm-hmm,
and then have to go and play their rival at the end of the year. And if you've never been to South Carolina, that South Carolina Clemson rivalry is
it's big.
ridiculous.
It's
It is
big.
ridiculous in the state of South Carolina. They have stores that are literally split down the middle, half South Carolina, half Clemson. And dude, it is a good time. If you've never been down there, I encourage everyone to go check that out because that is a good weekend when those two
That's
teams are
why
playing.
that's why rivalry games are so good, because you can throw everything out the window. It's about pride. Last year, Ohio State Michigan's a perfect example. Michigan had zero reason to win that game.
Yeah, they shouldn't have won
Well,
that
I
game.
shouldn't say zero reason. They had, on paper, there was zero chance they were going to win that
Yeah,
game. They shouldn't even have been in the game.
no,
I mean, that game was even in Columbus.
yeah. Ohio State could
And
thank Chip Kelly for that.
yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. Chip Kelly, I mean, he does what Chip Kelly does. And that should be the coach of the Cleveland Browns, Chip Kelly, because they go perfect together because they both are just
Yeah.
ridiculous. But yeah,
Oof.
Ohio State should have blew Michigan out last year, and they let them play around and hang around and
Yep. Got bit.
caught that ill, you know. But yeah, that's why rivalry games are so good, man. I mean, and you gotta. That's the beauty of college football.
Yeah,
That's what
for
made
sure.
college football what it is because of those rivalries. College sports in
Absolutely.
general, but definitely college football. Yeah,
Well, the
I
other
completely agree.
number 11 Tennessee at number 6 Bama. Um, I love that game too. Alabama's a 7.5 point favorite. I think Tennessee is decent. I think they're one of the like upper middle teams in the SEC, but I think Alabama's humming right now. I think Kalen DeBoer has kind of figured it out. He's got a
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah. Ty Simpson is cooking right now.
Yeah, and I just don't see them losing a game at home to Tennessee. Should be another good game though. But the best game of the day,
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
number 20 USC
Come on.
goes to number 13 Notre Dame. Notre Dame is an 8.5 point favorite. I believe this is going to be a game. I think after getting to watch USC absolutely destroy my Wolverines last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
I think USC is good. I don't know. I'm not saying they're a top 3 or top 5 team, but that team can play. They've got
Yeah.
some athletes. They've got great receivers.
Yeah.
Their third string running back was breaking long runs. Part of that is, it's Michigan is not a top of the line program this year, but they're still. But I think that's going to be a fantastic game.
Yeah, I agree. That and I'm with you. I believe Notre Dame is on upset alert because I feel USC has found their niche. They know who they are. They have an identity, and I believe their athletes will give Notre Dame a hard time.
Yeah, I agree.
I completely agree. And this will be a big game for USC too, because if they win this game, they have Nebraska next, then they have Northwestern, Iowa, Oregon, then UCLA. This could be a playoff team if they can put it all together like they've been doing. I
Absolutely.
mean, the only game that they lost was to Illinois, and they only lost that game by 2 points.
Yeah, absolutely. I think USC's in a good spot. There's, you figure outside of what Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, remains to be seen where Illinois falls in on that. But I think every bit of USC will have an opportunity to get into the playoffs, especially with as many Big Ten teams as they'll probably take.
I mean, if you look at the conference standing right now, USC is in third. Behind Indiana and Ohio State. You know what I mean? I don't see, they won't play in the Big Ten title because I think Indiana and Ohio State will run the table and they'll play each other in the Big Ten title.
Agreed.
But they run the table, they're definitely in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think and they've got a fairly favorable schedule, and that's what'll determine it. That game against Oregon, that second to last game of the year, I think the winner of that game will end up being for sure the third team in, if not the third and fourth team in.
Yeah, I agree.
For the Big Ten, depending on what Illinois does. I don't know what Illinois' schedule looks like the rest of the way. If they have any opportunities for redemption.
Well, let's see. Illinois the rest of the way, they look like they're going to win out. They have Washington, Rutgers, Maryland, Wisconsin, and Northwestern. They'll win out.
I think that's going to hurt them, actually.
Yep. Because they don't have an opportunity to. Yeah. They don't have an opportunity to play a ranked opponent going down the stretch.
Yeah.
Now they can blow those teams out, but so that if they blow those teams out, they'll finish conference play. What's that? 9-2, 8-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8-2. So I can see that.
I think they'll be on the outside looking in. It depends though. It depends how many Big Ten teams end up making it.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the overall standings, the SEC is loaded in the top 25. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think there's 11.
10, 11 teams in the top 25. Yeah. So Big Ten has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Big Ten has 5. So
and that's why they're trying to get it to where there's some different playoff models going around, but trying to get it to where basically the Big Ten and the SEC. I think the last I saw was like 4, 2, and 2 or something. They're basically wanting, but out of those, if you've got 10 or 11 SEC teams, you're only going to take 4.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be. You're supposed to take the best 12.
That's how it's supposed to be.
So if you got 9 teams from one conference, then so be it. Now, granted, they're not going to get 9 teams in the SEC. They'll have too many losses. But even with that, if the top 12 teams, 8, 9 of them are coming from one conference, then it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I think you see it in the SEC more. Maybe it's I don't know, and it could be luck of the draw with the schedules, right? The schedules. Some years teams have really hard schedules. Then the next year they got a real cake schedule. It's just the luck of the. But this particular year, a lot of that SEC stuff is going to clear up on its own
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because a lot of those guys play each other. The problem you have is where you have like that round robin where, well, Bama beat Georgia and Georgia beat so and so,
Yep.
and then they beat Bama. So
Yeah.
it's that game.
Yep.
So we'll see. But
It'll
I'm
start
looking
shaking
forward to
itself
it.
out. I mean, this is what, week 6, week
Yeah,
7.
7, something like that.
So yeah, so it'll start shaking itself out. Yeah, we're going to. So this is week 8. So it'll start shaking itself out. Like you say, the SEC. That's what they do every year. They chop each other off the tree. They're like crabs in a bucket, pulling each other down. But the cream will rise to the top, though. You
It
know.
will. It will.
But
Norman,
I agree with you. It's a really good slate of games. I'll be watching that Tennessee Alabama and USC Notre Dame game at the same time.
mm-hmm.
Um, I actually believe Tennessee can go into Alabama and pull an upset. Um, I do. I believe they can go in there and pull an upset. They're not afraid to go into Bryant Denny Stadium and play that team, man.
No,
Uh,
but I think most people feel that way until they get there and the lights come on
no, I definitely understand.
and the tide rolls.
Yeah, no, I definitely get it. I definitely get it. But they gonna be. I believe they're gonna be singing some Dolly Parton and old Rocky Top this weekend, man. Pulling down some goalposts.
We'll see.
Uh, throwing some goalposts in the river in Tennessee, man. Because I don't. I think Alabama is humming right now. I think they figured it out after that Florida State game. Um, but even with that, man, I just have a feeling that um that running game is going to catch up to them. I mean, they're 102nd at rushing in the
Yeah.
nation. You know what I mean? They're allowing almost 18 points a game. Now they're putting up 34 points a game, but I I I don't know, man. I just feel like this is the week that Tennessee is going to just. It's all up to
Yeah.
that quarterback though. That quarterback has to step up and actually ball because that's the kid that was at UCLA last year. Him and Nico switched.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to protect the ball. I mean, he has 5 interceptions this year, so he's gonna have to protect the ball. That Tennessee offense is gonna have to keep Alabama. I mean, that Tennessee offense is gonna have to keep Alabama offense on the sideline
Yeah.
because if
I
they could
think,
do that, it I think it'll tilt in their favor.
yeah. I think definitely. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I think the game will be a good game. I think it will be close. And a lot of Alabama's bigger wins have been close. They beat Missouri by 3. They beat Vandy by 6. They beat Georgia by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it'll be. They kind of maybe remind me of They don't remind me of some of those Alabama teams that just come in and steamroll everybody.
Yeah, no, not at all.
That's not this team. But I think they're smart. I think they're going to keep it close, and it's like any game. I think, but these ranked games against these teams that they know, I think in college more than any other college football more than any other sport at any other level, home field matters.
Yeah, no, absolutely,
That is such
absolutely.
a huge advantage with what these stadiums hold and how loud they get. That is a huge advantage. I think I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad it's a primetime game.
Yeah,
So I hate it when my team plays at night. I want my team to play at 11
yeah, yeah.
every Saturday, and then all the good games come on after that,
There you go.
and then you just have good games all night long. So
Yeah,
I'm
the
looking
two the
forward
two
to it.
points I take from that, but the Alabama running back Jim Miller, he's questionable for this game.
Yeah,
So he might not even play, and he's their best runner. And if Ty Simpson put on a performance, he could put his name in the Heisman race. He's already in there, but I believe he can bump himself up that list if he has a good game against his volunteer team.
For sure.
Like you say, I believe the USC Notre Dame is the best game of the weekend, but this is a close second.
Yes,
Yeah,
this will
this
be
is a
a
close second.
fantastic game. I'm looking forward to them all. I love college football so much. So, in other news, have you seen the updated odds for Penn State's new coach?
Well, I know Matt Rule and Sig said they're not taking it, so I know they're not part of the odds.
Yeah, so the guy that and I didn't even have this guy on the radar when I first started looking. Maybe like what's today, Thursday? I don't know. I think I was kind of just tooling around looking at some different stuff on Tuesday night or
Mm-hmm.
Thursday. Yeah, Tuesday night. I didn't even have this guy. I just made a list of like 6 people, and when I made my list, I had Matt Rule. Even though I think that would be a crazy hire,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
agree.
see the point in it. Bill O'Brien,
Okay.
only because he's the one that kind of got him out of the hole that they were in after Joe Pa left. Kurt Signetti, I still thought that to me was a really long shot. I don't know why he would leave there. He's got it going on there. He's building his own, as he called it, his own superpower. Lane Kiffin,
Mm,
I saw that one. That would be a little surprising just because I feel like Lane Kiffin's an SEC guy. He's got it made, and he's got Ole Miss rolling. I don't know what the stats would be, but I'd be curious if a coach that was coaching a current top 10 team.
top 5 team.
Well, I'm just saying, even if you go top 10, like how many coaches have coached a top 10 team and then left the next year
I don't know.
to go to another? Like, no, I'm not talking about guys that might go to the NFL or guys that go to a clearly a better.
Mm-hmm.
But is Penn State that much better of a job than Ole Miss?
No, not right now.
Right. I don't think it is. Manny Diaz
Okay.
from Duke.
Yeah.
That one I actually liked that one a lot myself, or not liked it in the sense that I think it's a good fit. I just thought that one made a lot. That's an upgrade. Duke football to Penn State football. That's an upgrade. The other guys that were further down the list, I was like, like John Gruden. I don't see that being
No.
his thing. Matt Campbell, whose name seems to come up, I never will understand that. I don't think that would be an upgrade for Matt going from Iowa State to Penn State. But I just feel like Penn State. Well, again, these are my thoughts. Tuesday, Penn State is going to want a proven commodity.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. I would be a little again. This is how I was thinking Tuesday. Would have been a little surprised to see them take a flyer on a guy when the reason you got rid of James Franklin is because you want to get to that next level. Well, you're not going to get to the next level more than likely by taking a flyer on an unknown.
Absolutely.
Right? So those were the guys. Then, fast forward Wednesday, Joe Brady's name starts popping up.
Really?
Joe Brady, offensive coordinator for the Bills.
Yeah.
And so I looked into him, and right now, as of last I checked, he had the best odds. And I've seen several news articles saying that he is expected to leave the Buffalo Bills to take the head coaching job at Penn State. So I looked into him because I did not know much about him. He's been pretty much in the NFL for the most part, going back to 2017. But guess where he was at before 2017?
Where's he at?
He was a graduate assistant at Penn State. I did not know that. Before that, he was a linebackers coach at William and Mary. Then he goes to Penn State for a couple years as a GA. Then he's an offensive assistant for New Orleans from 17 and 18. He was a passing game coordinator and wide receivers coach in LSU in 2019. And after that, he was with the Panthers for a couple years. And then he's been with the Bills since 22. And he's been quarterbacks coach. He was the interim offensive coordinator last year. And then in 23. And then he's been the Bills coordinator, obviously, last year and this year. So he's not very old. He's a young guy. He's 36.
Dang. Younger than me.
Yeah. So I I don't know. I mean, obviously, you know those are the things that I think are always intrigue me, right? Because I'm like, obviously, man, he's doing a great job at Buffalo. Yeah, but he has Josh Allen too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those are
Yeah.
always things that I think like right now, Matt Patricia is getting mad love because of what he's doing at Ohio State. Forget the fact that he's got a team full of dogs, right? Like that defense is really really good
Yeah.
because they're really really talented.
Absolutely.
Matt Patricia was a dumpster fire in Detroit.
Yes, he was.
So I think all that's relative, but and I don't know. Again, I don't know a ton about Joe Brady to know what his. Obviously, he was a GA there, so he's got some Penn State connection.
Yeah.
So
It's it's a weird situation when you're going from like a coordinator to the guy. You know, I look at Aaron Glenn with the Jets. Aaron Glenn, half of his defense was injured last year, and they still have one of the better defenses in the league. So he takes the Jets job. Now, granted, he don't have the players in New York that he had in Detroit, but that team looked like a dumpster fire, like straight trash on both sides of the ball. And so the thing is, okay, Aaron Glenn, if you could just focus on one side of the ball, would that team look any different? Or if you just had a defensive coordinator, then had an offensive coordinator, and then you just managed the team, how would that look? So I don't, because Buffalo offense hasn't looked great this year.
no, definitely not the last 2 weeks.
It looked great that first week when they played Baltimore. Well, I wouldn't even say the first week. The fourth quarter when they played Baltimore. But the rest of the season, they haven't looked great. So I get it. Like you say, he was a GA at Penn State, so he has those ties. It puts a spark into the program because you're bringing the NFL guy down. My question is, what has he won? What has he done? You know, if you put his resume near James Franklin resume, who resume would you take? So, hey, maybe they'll catch lightning in the bottle and, be like Harbaugh. Harbaugh came from the 49ers, came to Michigan, turned that program around and, won a chip. So maybe he can do the same thing, but, that's a wait and see kind of thing right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I did look because, again, I'd never really heard. I knew who he was. I knew he was the coordinator there, but I didn't know what his resume looked like. And that's the thing, too. He's not like a. He's not like a former player. I mean, he is. He played 4 years or 3 years at William and Mary. He was a receiver. He's got 23 total games played and a grand total of 3 catches in those 3 years for 34 yards. So
more than me. So
right, for sure.
I can't knock your resume.
No, I'm not knocking it in that sense. Just same thing, right? It's a little surprising, only because you got rid of a proven commodity, and I say that because the fact of the matter is James Franklin won a lot of games.
Yeah, he did.
Did he get over the hump? No. A lot of coaches don't get over the hump.
Yeah.
I mean, like I remember, they were at one time when Harbaugh. I use Michigan as a reference because that's what I have. When Harbaugh first got to Michigan, was they need to fire him. He can't beat Ohio State. Who could? Look at Ohio State. Jim Harbaugh came to Michigan in 2015. From 2015 to 2019, he couldn't beat Ohio State. In those 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, all those years, they lost like 4 games. And most of those losses were non-conference games.
Yeah, non-conference.
They were in playoff games or Big Ten. They lost one year, I think, to a Big Ten championship game. But it was like you're knocking guys for not being able to do what nobody else can do. And so, again, I don't want to get back on the James Franklin pity party wagon, but to me, this needed to be, if you were going to unload James Franklin, this needed to be a home run hire.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And absolutely. The guy, I'm shocked has not been brought up, and I think he'd be a home run hire there. Your boy, Dion. Dion to Penn State would automatically would bump him up as far as opportunities to get talent. A lot easier to talk a kid into going to Penn State than it is talking to a kid to go to Colorado.
Thanks.
I mean, it's great that he's there, and when they had Travis Hunter and Shador, they were great, right? They didn't really win anything. But imagine, just take Travis Hunter and Shador off of that Buffalo team and slide them on that Penn State team the last 3 or 4 years.
Nah. It wouldn't be fair.
No.
It wouldn't be fair.
So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm amazed that that's not even been. I think I saw one article about it.
I think the reason that's not being talked about because of Deion's loyalty to Colorado. They took a shot on him that, he wanted the Florida State job, and Florida State was like, no, to want to coach your alma mater, and then not only your alma mater, but you're one of the best players to ever walk through that locker room, and they just say no, and then Colorado was like, yeah. And it's been a good marriage. Now granted this year it doesn't look that way. They did just upset Iowa State. So that was a cool thing over the, last weekend. But they're 3-4 this year. They don't have the talent that they had last year. Like every receiver that was on that roster, minus the guys that returned, are in the NFL. They're on our NFL roster. So, I could see why if his name ever came up, he would turn that down. But I could see that being a good marriage.
Yeah,
I could see that being a good marriage.
The resources he would have there.
Exactly.
One, just being in the state. We talked about this the other day. I think, Penn State's a great. The state of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Is a great state for football.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm not telling you. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you are flush with talent in the state. Not knocking Colorado, but Colorado high
is
school
not Pennsylvania.
Football is not Pennsylvania high school football.
Not at all.
So
and then you have the borders right there. You have Pennsylvania. You have Ohio. You have all these different states that you can pull from. And then he's a Florida guy, so he's definitely going to pull from Florida.
Yeah.
So I could see it working. But I think the likelihood of that happening is very, very slim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this Penn State, it's going to be somebody where everybody's going to go, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
It almost reminds me, I feel like I'm talking about Michigan a lot today. It reminds me, but they're not good things. After Lloyd Carr retired, right? Michigan was, they were, they're a name. And all these names were swirling, who they're going to get. And I remember sitting in my living room, and it came across the thing that Michigan has hired head coach of West Virginia, Rich Rodriguez. And I remember thinking, what?
Yeah. That was not a good hire.
No, you're a program. Penn State is a name. It won't be hard to get a good football coach. And Joe Brady, who knows? He might be the next Curt Cignetti. I have no idea. But I just really felt like if you were going to get rid of James Franklin and the success he had, I really felt like it needed to be a home run with a name. Like whether you throw dump trucks of money and you do get Curt Cignetti to leave there, that would have been a home run hire. I don't think it's likely, but even Bill O'Brien coming back to Penn State would have been, I think, a home run hire in a sense, right? Because he was doing well when he left there. He left there to go to the NFL. He was doing well. So, but
like you said, it won't be a hard job. I just looked it up right now. Our recruiting class coming in next year is 18. Now, all the guys, are good at, I think 7 just did it yesterday. But they opened their recruitment back up.
Sure.
But it was just because they don't know who the coach is going to be. You bring a coach in that kids can get behind, they'll close their recruitment. They'll be in Happy Valley.
Absolutely.
When is their time to be there? Whether it's January or whether it's April, whenever it's time for them to be there. So it wouldn't be a hard sell. You just have to get the right guy.
Dude, let me ask you this. Do you think there's any benefit, like in this situation, Penn State already has a lot of guys signed, recruits coming in
Mm-hmm.
next year. Do you think there's any benefit to the new coach being from college already where he can bring some guys either from his current team, like Signetti did,
Mm-hmm.
or it's a guy who's been a college coach already and has already been recruiting players versus a guy from the NFL that has not been in recruiting for the last few years? He's got to start from scratch as far as building those relationships.
Yeah.
Whereas even if it's a coach from another college, right, that you see that all the time. Kids, a coach moves and they bring kids with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I
I
just
would say a college coach would be a better option because they understand this. This isn't college football of 10, 15, 20 years ago. So if you don't understand the landscape right now, you'll get left behind. And if you bring a guy from the NFL who knows nothing about, now I'm not saying he can't be successful, but he has to have the right people with him, that understands the landscape. Because if you do not understand the landscape, these kids are trying to get paid. Now, not only are they trying to get paid, they're trying to build their brands and eventually make it to the league. All right. If you don't understand that, if you're, no, this is a team game, da 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 da, if you're one of those, early 2000 coaches, you're trying to bring that mantra, foundation to college now, do you lose a team? Look here, you have a team for 1 year and everybody jumping transfer portal.
yeah, for sure.
So I would say, if anything, I would bring a college guy unless the NFL guy has the right support system around him that can help him navigate through today's college football.
Yeah, and that's where the coaches he brings with him could be the key, right? If Joe Brady's coming from the NFL, he might be out of touch with it, but who will his coordinators be?
Exactly.
Who will his
Exactly.
recruiting guys be?
Yep.
And yeah, that could certainly bridge the gap. So, but something interesting to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
But
that is definitely a hot topic for the week, man. Because like you say, to have that 16-day window, fire your coach, and now you're just trying to survive the season.
yeah,
It's a tough place to
and
be in for a program.
from everything else I'm seeing, it sounds like win or lose, Florida's going to check out
Napier,
little Napier this weekend.
yeah. Well,
So
he's underachieved. Let's be honest, he's underachieved. Like you say, Michigan's a name, Penn State's a name, Florida's a name.
for sure,
And there's college football is better when Florida's good.
yeah.
So
No, I would agree.
um, yeah, he's underachieved. And if James Franklin can catch the boot, Billy Napier should catch the other boot because they've done the same amount, they've had the same amount of success with great teams. They should have won more than what they did. But hey, that's the nature of the game, man. That's the nature of college football.
Yeah, and it's not like he's had time. This is I think season 4 for him. So he's 60, 61 and 35. That's not the Florida that I remember growing up around. I can remember they had many, especially those Urban Meyer teams when they had Spurrier.
Oh yeah,
The old ball coach, they were something. So, but yeah, I agree. It's one of those teams where you're right. It is better when they're good. Similar to as much as I despise Ohio State, it's well, no, that ain't true. I wouldn't mind them drubbing them every year. That'd be fine. But all seriousness though, like your blue blood teams,
yeah,
your big name schools, it's better when they're good, right?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
This dip that Miami had been in for a while. For you guys our age who are children of the 80s
Yeah,
and saw those late 80s and 90s Hurricanes teams that were a juggernaut.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they don't build them like that anymore.
Nah,
Maybe
nah.
because
It would
you
be
can't
illegal.
legally.
It would be
Right.
illegal.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It would be illegal. Man, but yeah,
But
you're right. You're right. When those blue bloods are good, man, it's better for the sport, man, because that the prestige is there. You know, you got tired of hearing the U is back, the U is back. Then they play, Pensacola State and get smacked around, So,
right.
it, it's much better when they're good. It's
Yeah,
much
for
better when
sure.
they're good. But yeah.
All
So
right.
that's
Well,
what's up, man.
that's gonna be good.
Hey guys, if you like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on socials. Ball Knowledge Unscripted. And what you got, buddy? What's next on the agenda?
Well, we're gonna move into a little NFL. It's
Ah,
a bit of a snoozer tonight, I think.
yeah.
It's a little Steelers at Cincy.
Hey, hey,
Um,
hey, hey. The geriatric bowl. That's what we're gonna call it.
yeah, I think somebody called it the what were they calling it? The what's the is it like the
T.
the
Jamar
Ben
Chase. He
Day
called it the
Bowl?
icy hot bowl.
Icy Hot Bowl. Icy Hot
Yeah.
Bowl.
He called it the
Yeah.
icy hot bowl.
I mean, you're talking about the two guys that are going to be starting quarterback tonight have almost 50 years of quarterback NFL starting quarterback
That is
experience.
crazy.
So they've seen some stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Some good, some bad.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit of a snoozer but it is a football game, and hey,
We love
I'll
ball.
watch. Yeah, right. We love ball. I'll watch Slippery Rock and School for the Blind
Come on.
tonight if it's
Come
on.
on. That's right.
So, that being said, who you like in that game?
Man, give me A-Rod. I like A-Rod. The Bengals can't block anyone. I think my son's flag football team could sack Uncle Joe. So give me T.J. Watt, A-Rod, and DK Metcalf for the win. I don't even
Yeah.
think it's close.
No, I don't either. I think, I mean, my dad's got two bad wheels, and I think he might be able to chase Joe Flacco down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So,
agree.
yeah, that's going to be something. I think the Steelers win big. I think Aaron Rodgers is still playing well at his advanced age. He's still, as always, one of the more accurate passers in the league. Sometimes he threads the needle, and you're like, man, how's he make those throws? Like
Yeah,
even now.
he's one of the best throwers of the football the game has ever seen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The game has ever seen. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
the last thing to go. That's like boxers. They say that power punch is the last thing to go.
yeah,
And with quarterbacks, that rifle is the last thing to go, man. And he still has it.
yep. So that's tonight. That's on the Thursday ticket, and then um, there is a little bit of news. I got a few news blurbs here.
New news.
Uh, so yeah, um, sounds like Garrett Wilson is going to miss a couple weeks.
Well, I mean, he didn't really
So
help him while he was there, so it's okay.
no. So one of the half weapons they had, now they're down to like a quarter of a weapon. So the Jets are they're pretty bad.
It looks like they're gonna go 0 what are they, 8-7?
Yeah.
0-7 this week.
So I learned something new about the whole. You remember the whole Brian Branch, Juju Smith thing
Yes,
that went on? He
yes.
got suspended for a game,
He got
right?
a game. Yes,
And then he appealed it. Are you
yes,
aware of that?
yes. His appeal got denied.
It got denied. Do you know who listened to the appeal? Do you know how that works in the NFL? Because I did not.
I did not know how it works. How does it work?
I thought it went to some kind of board of suits,
Mm-hmm.
retired judges
I
or
did as
whatever.
well. I did as well.
And they went through it and they watched a video and they looked at the notes and then they got together and they made a decision.
So I feel like that explanation tells me that's not how it happened.
That is apparently not how it happens.
Okay, so how does it happen?
Apparently, it is players Now I don't know, and I've read like 2 or 3 different things, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna don't chisel any of this in stone, other than the one person I'm 100% sure of. So I don't know if it's. I don't think it's a single player. I think it's like 2 or 3 players. Jordy Nelson is one of those players.
Okay.
So the whole thing basically was that, okay, they, I guess, look at the same thing of what I was saying before. They look at all the information, and then those players decide basically, or either yes, it's overturned, or no, we're sticking with it. But
Yeah.
that's who decides.
The players.
Yeah, it's not some room full of suits. And I wish I could find I read one article and it named like 3 people. And I'm going to see if I can find it real quick.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. You know, now granted, I agreed. I don't feel that should have been overturned. I feel when I watched it happen, I said he deserved at least a game suspension. Um, but I don't mind the players being the one to dictate if someone gets suspended or not, because they're the ones out on the field.
So in this case, it sounds like maybe it was just Jordy Nelson. It says the hearing officer in Brian Branch's appeal was Jordy Nelson, jointly appointed by the NFL and the NFL Players Association. The timing and optics of the decision don't look great. That's according to Adam Schefter.
Okay, so they came with an agreement, like, hey, we're going to pick this guy. We'll give you all the information. You let us know what your decision is. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I love that, because then, right? Because I'm always a firm believer in policing your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a sense, never been a big fan of commissioners that hand down penalties on different things, because it's like you never played. Like if you haven't been in there, if you haven't been in the scrums and in the things and the stuff that really goes on in between the whistles,
yeah,
and in the bottom of those piles,
yeah.
I think if a lot of people knew what went on, I think they'd be shocked. But I was trying to, because there was a reason, and I don't know if it's their upcoming schedule, but it was kind of one of those things like, I liked it, but I also understood why some people were like, because in this case, if it's, what loyalty, or I guess my question is, are we certain that the player that is the officer that's going to hear it, that they don't have their own agenda, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I get that. But I mean, you could say the same thing about a room full of suits as well.
That's true.
But I would rather have the players dictate than a room full of suits who really don't understand what's going on. Because, like you say, I mean, it could be, Jordy Nelson played for the Bucs. He doesn't play for the Bucs, but Jordy Nelson played for the Bucs. The Lions play the Bucs this weekend. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and suspend him, so we don't have to worry about him this weekend. So, I can understand it from that standpoint, but
and that was kind of the gist of the article.
Yeah,
was basically like, hey, just and maybe it was like Schefter said, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If there's a way, which as the league goes on, that's going to be harder and harder, right? Like, and I do wonder, is there a group of officers?
That's what I would say.
You can pick which ones. That would make more sense, right? If you had a group of guys, that way you could pick it to where, okay, hey, these guys shouldn't have any attachments, but nobody really knows that, right? Who knows who these guys are friends?
Yeah.
A lot of them work out in the off season that are on different teams, or they went to school together. They played each other back in high school. To think that a player would only be loyal to their former team only, they might be loyal to their friends or
Absolutely.
whoever.
Absolutely.
But I guess the long and short of it is, I like that at least bare minimum, it's a player.
Yeah.
That is looking at it to go.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, that was the right. I mean, at the end of the day, was there some shady business going on in that Chiefs game? 100%. Is that the way? Like certainly not right in the middle of the field where there's
Yeah,
still 900 cameras on you.
exactly.
Your deniability is zero.
Zero.
So, but I thought that was interesting. That was something I learned. I did not know
No, well,
that was done by players now.
well, that's what we do here on Ball Knowledge. We try to educate. So you have just educate the masses, Jason, and we appreciate you for that.
Yes, yes, we do have ball knowledge, but we don't know it all.
No, we don't. We don't.
But and my last little bit of news. This is just more of a yeah, and that is if with the Bills, I believe the Bills are on bye this week.
Yep, they're on bye this week.
Yes, if the Patriots beat the Titans, which I find very likely, the New England Patriots will be in first place in the AFC East.
For the first time in what 6, 7 years.
Yeah, I saw that. Didn't realize that. I knew the Patriots kind of been just chugging along, chugging along. But then I was thinking, like, I looked at the standings and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they're tied at 4 and
they're
2.
tied 4-2.
Yeah.
But then I thought, ooh, Bills are on bye, and I thought the Patriots had kind of a coaster game.
Yeah.
Sure enough, they play the Titans. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why this week was kind of big for me with the Eagles and the Bills. Because they were my Super Bowl favorites coming into the season. Now, granted, the Bills are on the bye week, but this is a big week for Philly. As you see, I love my Eagles. Been an Eagles fan since '86. And we have Carson Wentz, who used to be an Eagle. He's coming out to try to embarrass us, which if it was me, I would try to do the exact same thing. So we're going to have to be on our P's and Q's. I have my Eagles winning this game, but they're going to have to be on their P's and Q's to pull this one out, especially because we're playing in Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't like this game at all. This is not a game that I would touch with a 10-foot pole
Yeah.
to bet it.
Yeah.
For all those reasons you just said. I sometimes when you get these, you saw it with even Browning with the Bengals early on, right? Like, just it don't take much for a player to get fired up, especially playing an old team who might have cut you loose or thought you were done.
I mean, look at Carolina's running back last week against Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. He had a point to prove. So
yeah, I mean,
and it's a slim margin. They're a 1.5 point favorite.
Yeah, 1.5 point favorite, and Landon Dickerson, our starting guard, and Quinyon Mitchell, our starting quarterback. They're both questionable for the game. So I'm hoping that they're ready to go because we need both of them. We need Quinyon to put Jay Jettas on Guantanamo Bay and just isolate him, make him a non-factor because we're struggling in the back end of our defense, and having that by committee to shut down Addison and Hawkinson. So we're gonna need all hands on deck. It's gonna be a tough one. A 1.5. I mean, now granted, 1.5 on the road. Like we say, you get 3 points just for being the home team. So if we're fully healthy and everybody's doing their job, I believe we can pull it out. But this is going to be a tough one for us. And we can't afford to drop 3 in a row.
And I feel like this, at any point now, and I hope it's this week, but I feel like at any point, this Eagles team is going to do what the Falcons just did.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to break loose, and they're going to have a game where Devontae and Brown and Saquon, like everybody just goes ape shit.
Yeah, everybody's
Saquon's gonna have 100.5 on the ground. You're gonna have 2 receivers with 80 to 120 some yards. It's gonna throw for 340. Like, it's coming.
Yeah, I really hope that's this weekend. I would love that. I would love that to be this weekend.
me too,
man, because we need it, bro. We need a game where everybody can eat and the tension can come down, because the tension is high right now. The expectations, coming into the season, defending. Well, you're not defending. You're just reigning. You won it last year. If they beat you, they don't get your Super Bowl from last year. So just, we need that game we need that get right game. And hopefully that's this weekend.
Yeah, I think a win would go a long way because I think with the way the offense has been going, there's, the media and every, it's like, and even myself, I'm like, that with the way things have been going, that Eagles team is not winning the conference, let alone a Super Bowl. And so they need a game to come out and go, okay. And maybe that happens between head coach and coordinator to where he goes, okay, look, I gave you, 6 games to see if, what your plan was. We're sputtering with it. So here's what I need you to do now.
Here's what we're going to do. Yep.
And change it back to what made those Eagles teams so great and balanced and all that, especially a team with this much talent. This team is loaded. I think on the offensive side of the ball, I think they are loaded.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
if we could win this week, and then play the Giants next week, we go into the bye week 6-2.
Yep.
Right.
That's huge.
And that's huge. That keeps us in contention for the number 1 seed. Now, granted, Tampa Bay has the number 1 spot right now. And we have the 3 spot because we're behind Green Bay. But after the bye, we play Green Bay. We've already beat Tampa Bay. So, it will put us in a good position if we can pull these 2 wins off going into the bye week.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I totally agree. So that being said, let's do some picking.
Let's do it. I'm winning right now, right?
You're winning. I got you at 12-3.
Let's go.
And I'm at 10-5. So
okay, I have a 2-game lead. Yeah.
We need what we need is some games. I'm not sure that there's a lot of games this week that we're going to differ on.
I'm okay with that. Because that keeps me in the lead.
It would. That is a little trashy, but okay. All right. So I think I already heard you say you like Steelers over Cincinnati.
Yep, Steelers over Cincinnati.
I do as well. You already took your Eagles over the Vikings.
I take my Eagles over the Vikings.
I did as well.
Okay.
Rams go to Jacksonville.
They go to Jacksonville.
To Florida.
No, they're playing overseas.
Well, that's right. That's
my
bad.
That's the overseas game.
That's a London game.
Man,
I just want to say, I'm going to say this every week, but I'm an early riser in general, and I just want to tell the NFL again how much I love getting up about 8 o'clock and making my coffee, throwing a couple pieces of sausage in the skillet, maybe an egg, and sitting down and watching some live NFL games at 8:30 in the morning. I appreciate you.
Same here, man. Same here, buddy.
That is a neutral site.
Oh, okay. Since we're over in London, I am going to go. That's a tough one. I like both teams.
Do the right thing.
Okay, give me the Rams.
Ooh, that's
give me the Rams.
Look at us disagreeing.
Give me the Rams.
Okay, well that's good because
that's going to start the morning off right.
Okay, I took the Jags. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, I do too. I think
they're heading the right way.
I feel the Rams are a better overall team. But we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see.
I don't know.
The beautiful thing about sports, you get to prove it on the field.
Yeah, that Jaguars defense is.
Yeah, no, it's legit.
Not bad.
I won't be mad if the Jags lose. I mean, the Jags win. I won't be mad at all because I like the Jags. My son's favorite player is Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, he loves him some Travis Hunter. So I won't be upset if they win. He's definitely going to be rooting for them to win. But I think the Rams are going to do it.
Okay. I have the Jaguars.
Okay.
So there's the first one. Next, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders.
Divisional game against The Kansas City official Chiefs.
Well,
Chiefs.
we're going with the script writer and the officials, and we're gonna keep it moving.
Yes.
Yep.
Who am I? Who am I to kick their script out of their hand?
There you go. There you go.
Dolphins. This is a slobber knocker. Dolphins at Cleveland.
Ew. Who's starting at
Yeah.
quarterback for Cleveland?
Well, I will tell you this: at the bottom where the line normally is, it just says DNB for do not bet.
Do not bet.
No,
Play
it
quarterback
said,
for Cleveland.
I'm assuming they're going to trot Dylan back out there.
Okay, give me Miami.
Okay,
Yep, give me Miami.
that's what I did.
I look here. Nope.
I think the Dolphins are terrible, but the Browns are terribler.
There you go. There you
Terribler.
go. Terrible alert.
All right. A game that I think is big for the Patriots. Patriots at Tennessee.
Well,
6.5 point favorite.
Tennessee just fired their head coach, and their quarterback said they are ass. His words, not mine.
That's if he's keeping it a buck.
I'm going with the first place Patriot.
I think that is the case as well. And moving right along, Panthers at Jets.
Frank Glenn would not get his first win this week.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to get a win this season.
Yeah, so I'm taking one because he's in my fantasy, T-Mac. 2 because I like Jimmy Horn.
Okay.
And 3 because that running back, when you talk the talk and you walk the walk, you are a guy that I can depend on. So I'm taking the Carolina Panthers.
He ain't scared.
He ain't scared. He ain't scared at all. He ain't scared at all.
All right. The New Orleans Saints travel to Chicago.
Against the Bears. I love what Chicago is doing.
Okay.
Caleb is cooking. That coach has really turned that franchise around. So I'm going with the Bears.
I did as well. I don't know. The Saints are... I'm not really sure what the Saints are doing. They're in that group of like 4 or 5 teams that I'm
at the bottom. Yep.
Yeah, you guys.
Saints, Cleveland, Jets.
Not a good look.
Yeah, they're all down there fighting for the bottom spot.
Yes. This I think is quite possibly the best game of the weekend.
Okay.
And that is Indianapolis goes to the Chargers.
So Indiana Jones go to SoFi.
So the Chargers are a 1.5 point favorite at home.
That tells me Vegas does not trust them. Jonathan Taylor is going to have a ball game.
They don't
Indiana
know their coach.
Jones is not going. I understand. I understand you know the coach. But Jonathan Taylor is going to have a ball game. And Indiana Jones is going to do just enough to get him over the hump.
Okay.
Give me the Chargers.
I thought he was really going to take the
Chargers.
I would say, going out to LA, that's a long ways out there.
Give me the Chargers. I love what the Chargers are doing. Jim Harbaugh got them boys humming. Justin Herbert seems like he's living up to his potential. And I'm going with the Chargers.
Okay. The New York Football Giants travel to Denver.
Okay.
Denver is a 7.5 point favorite.
Well, these two teams have beat us in back-to-back weeks.
Yes.
And I think that Denver's defense is not going to let those two rookies do whatever they want to do.
I agree with you.
I really like Cam Scatterboo. Jackson Dart is surprising me. But that Denver defense, who I also have in fantasy, by the way, is legit. And so I'm going to go with Sean Payton and them Broncos.
Yeah, I think the Broncos give them a rough time. I don't think, no disrespect to the Eagles, I don't think Jackson Dart has faced a defense like he's about to.
No, that's not offense. Our defense was buns.
I think I think that Denver defense, that's kind of what they run on, and I think they're going to give them every bit. I think this is one of those games where the Giants have been like,
Yeah.
hey, the tide's turning, and
Yeah.
then you turn the corner and
Yeah. It's
you
that
get
it's
your
that
cheeks clapped.
that welcome to the NFL moment.
Yeah.
And I think this
Yeah.
is it for them. I think this is going to be the game where it's like, holy crap, this is not what I expected.
Pump the brakes on the Giants.
Absolutely.
I agree. The Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
Now that's an intriguing game. Is Kyler Murray playing?
6.5-point favorite. I believe so. Yeah, I don't see anything that says.
Okay, so
not.
Jacoby Brissett is playing, and they're playing Green Bay.
Kyler Murray is out?
I'm asking. I know he was out last week.
No, the only thing I've seen is that he was limited in practice today.
Okay.
But
so he's questionable for Sunday.
Yeah, I would say yes. His official status right now is questionable.
Okay, give me Green Bay since they don't know if he's going to play or not. Give me Green Bay.
That is who I took as well. I don't think it matters. I think Kurt Warner could be starting that game. I think
they'll win anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. That Cardinals team, I can't drink the Kyler Murray Kool-Aid.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
Let's see. Next is another divisional game. We have the Commanders.
Okay. It's the Cowboys.
Dallas.
Give me the Washington Commanders because Dallas don't know how to play defense.
Yeah, Dallas. They're another under. That's where I feel like that's a situation where you ought to be able to fire the owner. Like the NFL should be like, you know what? You've had so many damn resources.
Yeah.
And you've still managed to screw this up, so you're fired.
Yeah, you're fired. Out. Yeah.
That's
we'll buy you out like your James Franklin. And we'll keep it moving.
My whole college football, where you regulate the bottom teams, that I think that would be or I said regulate. You know what I meant.
Relegate. Yeah, but I mean Dallas is they're a great regular season team. They'll keep everybody in the media with a job because it gives them something to talk about, whether good or bad. And when the playoffs come, they either won't be there or they'll be gone in the first round. So, I mean, it's been the same story for 30 years, and I'm comfortable with reading it.
I don't think they're going to be in the playoffs.
No, I don't either.
All right, Sunday night. I'll tell you what. If there was a way for the Falcons to play like that every Sunday, they'd be the best team in the league.
Yeah, they look good. They look real good.
Because Drake London and Bijan Robinson, holy cow.
Yeah, they look good.
They looked really good.
So
and
we have Atlanta.
Falcons at 49ers.
Because Fred Warner is out for the season, Bijan is going to go for another big game.
Yep.
I'm going with Atlanta.
I am right there with you. I think that 49ers team is just too banged up. I do think at the end of the year, might be a coach of the year award in there somewhere. Because if he manages, I mean, they're 4-2. If he manages to get them to 9 wins, 10 wins, with this team, banged up,
it depends on what they do up there in Chicago.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think they're the front two right now though for coach of the year.
And I think the Jaguars will be in there too.
Yeah.
If the Jaguars keep it up and they go deep or something, or that I mean, that's going to be a good. I bet that'll be a pretty good race for coach of the year.
Yeah, him and Indianapolis and Jacksonville. That's going to be a good race for the AFC South.
Yes, it is. I agree. All right. That is all the Sunday games. Monday, we get blessed with 2 games again.
Double header.
I love that too. I say our because I think we're in this at the same time. Our MVP projected winner
Yeah.
and his Buccaneers will go into Detroit to take on the Lions, who I do like the Lions a lot. Love the Lions.
But give me my MVP.
Detroit is a 5.5 point favorite at
Don't
home.
care.
Don't
Don't
care?
care. Give me Baker.
Well, I can't say it too loud, but I did the same thing. I don't want my Michigan people getting upset with me.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's quite all right.
And last game of the week, a little 9 o'clock tilt. The Houston Texans go all the way up to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Seahawks are a 3.5 point favorite.
Well, I like Houston. Houston,
Really?
they have balance. No, they don't.
Really?
No, they don't. They
I
suck
would
this
say
year.
that. I didn't even write that down yet.
I'm going with one of the best quarterback receiver combos in the league.
That's right.
Old Sam Darnold coming off the great year he had in Minnesota, going up to Seattle and keeping it pushing. Him and JSN, that is a nasty combination, and I don't think there is nothing that Houston can do.
No, I don't either. And that's unfortunate in a sense because I think it was at the beginning of last season. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I really thought this Houston team was on the uptick, and they were at the time.
Yeah,
getting some receivers. I thought C.J. Stroud. I always thought he was an NFL ready quarterback. Watching him play for the Buckeyes, and I don't know what is going on there, or what the issue is. I must be honest. I don't spend a ton of time following the Texans. But I'm like, man, why aren't they better?
it's their O line. Their O line, he's not getting protected. And when you got less than 3 seconds in the pocket, bad things are going to happen. So that's what it is. That's what I see. Their O line is straight trash. There's really nothing. I mean, right now they're 2-3, and it's not pretty. It is not pretty. So,
yeah, I don't. That to me is one of those things I don't really understand it. You invest in all these guys, you bring in receivers. I mean, Nico Collins, I thought looked like one of the best receivers in the league, and now all of a sudden it's like, man, they can't. They're in a game with everybody.
They have the number one scoring defense. They only allow 12 points a game.
Yeah.
But eventually your defense gets worn down. I mean, if you look at their schedule, they lost 14-9 to the Rams, 20-19 to the Bucs, 17-10 to the Jags, blew out Tennessee. They beat them 26-0, and then of course beat the Ravens 44-10. So the last 2 weeks they look good, but look who they played. The three games that they lost, those are possibly playoff teams. The 2 games they won, you'd be lucky if the Ravens make the playoffs. I still think there's a path for them to get in the playoffs, but the Titans aren't making the playoffs. So, I mean, it's tough right now. I mean, they're third in their division behind Indianapolis and Jacksonville, and they have nothing but an uphill climb from here. So, I mean, we'll see, but I think if they protect C.J. Stroud better than what they're doing, then he has a 64.7 QBR. So, I mean, he can be playing better, but I mean,
I feel like
that whole team can't be playing better.
I feel like he's one of those guys too that, in the right situation, I think he's money.
Yeah, I mean, look at him his rookie year. That was the right situation. That was lightning in the bottle.
When he's got time to throw it, he can be very good.
Yeah,
and that's why when he, even in college, that's when he struggled. When he got a ton of pressure and he didn't have time to set his feet and everything, he struggled.
Yeah, I mean, look at him last week against the Ravens. There was really, they sacked him twice, but there's really no pressure on him. He completed 85% of his passes. He went 23 for 27, dude, for what, 244? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
And it's hard to look at the Ravens game because when Lamar Jackson's out, that's a completely different team.
totally different team. Yep.
You don't get the credit really
No.
for beating Balmer without
No.
them.
No, not at all.
So,
Not at all.
but yeah.
So we have what, one game different?
We have one game. So best case scenario, I'm only going to make up one of those games this week, and that's trash.
Okay.
But that's okay. I'll take it a game at a time. No problem with that.
There you go. There we
No
go. I mean, the way we think about ball the same, I think I'm just going to keep a 1-2 game lead, and then I'll be having a stake at the end of the season, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Hey, I like that. That's good. That's quality thinking. That's quality thinking. That just means I may have. We get later in the season, if I get down by more than like two, 3 games,
You got to swing for the fence.
I'm gonna have to take some flyers on some teams. I'm talking some. All of a sudden, Jets upset the Pats late.
You go, especially week 17 when they play when they're resting the starters. There you go.
So I'm either going, if I get too far behind, I'm either going to win, or I'm going to finish. I'm going to be like 8 games behind.
There you go. You go.
I can't, but I gotta get this. I gotta get that one game bare minimum this week, so I can at least make up a game. Everything else we got is the same. So, but that's good stuff, man. I'm looking forward to it. Every weekend that we are blessed with football is another great weekend and a great opportunity to enjoy the sport that we both love.
Absolutely.
That being said, there's a couple other sports things going on.
There we go.
In case anybody's not watching, which I think a few people are watching, it is still baseball season.
That's right.
We've got games. Seattle is up in the series 2-1 over Toronto. After getting up 2-0, they got absolutely smoked by Toronto, 13-4.
Yeah, they did.
So we'll see. They are headed back to, or they're already in. Yeah, that was Game 3. So they're already in Seattle. That Game 3 was in Seattle.
Yep.
So they took the 2 games in Toronto. Then they come home and got their cheeks clapped right in front of everybody.
Yep.
The Dodgers are up 2-0 over the Brewers, and those 2 games were in Milwaukee. So now they head back to Chavez Ravine for Game 3. So that will be interesting. I really like the Dodgers' chances if they won the first 2 games on the road, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, because, I mean, that series honestly should be split 1-1.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers pulled it out, and they took both of them. So I don't see a reason why they couldn't go in and close this thing out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, because they're going to get what is it? I think they do the 2-3-2 model, I believe, in a 7-game in the
I think it's 2-3-2
championship series.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got games 3, 4, and 5 at home. They got to win 2 or 3 to win it at home. I like their chances. I think the Brewers are one of those teams. They're really, really good. They play fundamental baseball. If you love baseball, that's a team, or if you have kids that play baseball, that's a team I would tell you to go watch. Watch the Brewers. They do it the right way. They're really good. But at the end of the day, they're not built to take on a powerhouse like the Dodgers. I mean, that Dodgers team, that's like a church team taking on, Billy, Jim, Bob, and Joe's Friday night softball team, seven straight year champion, beer chugging.
There you go.
The church team's going to get hammered. No disrespect.
And what I do like about the championship series from both sides, the 4 best teams got in.
Yeah.
I believe even though the Dodgers were the 3 seed and my Phillies were the 2 seed, I always felt the Dodgers was a better team than my Phillies. All right. So I feel the 4 best teams got in, and I believe both series are going to go at least 6 games. I don't think that the Brewers are going to get swept. I don't think Toronto is only going to win one game. So I think we're going to have some good series. Both games come on tonight. So I'm going to be in multi-view, have all over my
100.
screen. I'll be in
100.
multi-view, watching both baseball games and the football game. But I believe we're going to get the best baseball. Now, last night was not an indication of the best baseball because Toronto straight hammered Seattle. But man, that series has been like that. It's been a good series. Toronto bats just woke up last night and, they was knocking them out.
Yeah, I'm certainly I'm really pulling for the Mariners hard. I think it would be so cool for that city. They've never even been to a World Series. So that would be so awesome for them, one, to get to it. It would be great for them to win it. I don't believe there's a team that's going to beat the Dodgers. I just think they're
Yeah.
too loaded.
Yeah.
But I think, wow. But that's the thing, right? You get there, anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything can happen.
Absolutely.
I remember in 1990, my Redlegs, they were, on paper, that Oakland A's team should have destroyed that Cincinnati Reds team, and Cincinnati swept them in 4 games. So all you got to do is get there.
That's right.
Right? Anything can happen. So
right.
It's going to be good to watch, but I'm going to be the same way. I'm split screen. We got the 98-inch here now, so that thing. Somebody
That's right.
gave me a terrible idea of split screening the 98. I'm like, well, why would I do that? Why would I split screen the 98? That's why I bought a 98.
Exactly.
I don't want to screenshot it. I want it to feel like I'm in the dome watching the
Exactly.
game. So I'm like, no, we split the smaller TV.
There you go.
Then you don't split the 98. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, no, that would be asinine.
Yeah.
But
so I was like, be careful. I will unfriend you out of my life. And then she was like, we're married. And I'm like, oh, that's right.
Can't do that. I can't do that. I forgot I said I do. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no. Angie, we're sorry. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. I'm not sorry.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
About splitting the TV. Matter of fact, I would be willing to split the 98 if we had a second one. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
That would be fun.
Yes, there is space. So that's another conversation.
Man,
I can't talk about that one too loud. She gets
a little nervous
about it.
Yeah. Understood.
So the other big thing that's coming up is, if you're into this sort of thing, college basketball is getting ready to start.
Ho. Watch out now.
November 3rd.
Watch out now.
3rd. And
watch out now.
I was doing my preseason due diligence and looking up the Michigan schedule to set the alarms in my phone for the games that I wanted to make sure I didn't miss.
Okay.
And I clicked through there and I got to February.
What happens in February?
And on February 21st, my Wolverines are going to take on your Duke Blue Devils.
See, whoa. Haven't we had this issue before with Duke playing Michigan? Haven't y'all learned your lesson already?
Hey,
y'all shouldn't want to schedule us anymore, man.
Here's the thing. Michigan, you talk about, I wish their football team was trending in the direction that their basketball team is trending.
That's right.
Because their basketball team, I think old Dusty May has got it going on.
That's right.
So we'll see. The preseason rankings are out, and I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. I mean, y'all are right behind us at 7.
I knew that was coming.
Y'all are right behind us at 7.
I knew that was coming. I was like, ooh, we're number 7, and then I was like, of course, I'd rather Duke be 1 than 6.
Yeah.
Right in front of us.
Yeah. But looking at our schedule, I think we got robbed. I don't think we should be 6, but I'm okay with it because it's preseason and preseason really doesn't matter. Right. But I was looking at our schedule, right? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ranked games before we play you guys in February. So we're going to be battle tested. We are going to be battle tested when we play you guys. And if Cameron Boozer And yes, you heard Cameron Boozer, who was the son of Carlos Boozer, who was named after the stadium he is going to put a show on in. If he's anything that he's advertised to be, if Sarr, the big kid from France, is advertised as anything that he's supposed to be, we have returners. Oh, Slim Evans. Shout out to Slim.
So
Y'all
what
are
are
in
you saying?
trouble. Y'all are
You think
in
Wolverines
trouble.
are in trouble?
I think you guys are in trouble.
I think come February, Dusty is going to have that team looking like them boys from Hoosiers.
No, I get it. I understand.
He's going to have them
I understand.
a finely tuned machine.
I understand. I'm happy that y'all got rid of Juwan. Because he was a good spark for the program, but he wasn't that coach to get you over top.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
But when you look at you guys' schedule, y'all will play, before y'all play us, y'all will play, Michigan State won't be ranked because we're going to beat them and knock them out the top 25. So y'all will play only 3, maybe 4 ranked teams before y'all get to us.
That's okay.
And y'all play Purdue before y'all play us. And now they're ranked number 1.
Yeah, but that's good for us because those preseason number 1
teams, oh, no. Granted, yes, absolutely.
That's like a death sentence.
Yeah.
In college basketball. Yeah. I don't want to be that preseason number 1.
No, I agree with you. And we have a drought right now. We're on a 10-year, this year is year 10. We're on a 10-year drought from winning the national championship. And you can mark my words. Okay, let me get up big in the camera. You can mark my words. I'm saying it from the chest. Shout out Kevin Hart. This is our year.
I don't know. Here's the thing. Coach K is not walking through that door, folks.
No, he is not. We've accepted that.
Cooper Flag is not walking through that door.
He's not.
So,
but Cameron Boozer is.
Okay.
Isaiah Evans is. Okay. Caden Boozer is.
Oof.
Okay. I have faith in this team this year, and this is our year that we are going to put the nation on notice that not only is Duke back, but they better watch out.
Well, you know what? It happens to me a lot. My head started hurting and an idea came to me. Okay. This would be perfect. Here, first of all, here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping by the time we get to February, maybe Duke and Michigan are both in the top 2 or 3.
Okay.
Right? Because what a heavyweight game that would be.
And it's neutral court. It's not
right.
Either.
Yes,
it's neutral,
right.
So that would be money.
So what if we get like a 1v2, a 1v3, or if it's even just a top 5, a 1-2v3, 5, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
How about this?
Okay.
One of us is going to have a bet to pay off.
This is true.
How about, and I didn't look, what day of the week is that on?
Let's see.
February 21st. Is that a weekday? They wouldn't put a monster game like that on a weekday.
They would. They would put it on a Monday.
Well, those dicks.
Yeah, they would. Right. But let's check and see. February 23rd. And like I said, it's on a Monday. Because I know college basketball, they're...
No, it's the 21st.
Oh, 21st. Okay, that's a Saturday.
Okay. Now we're cooking.
That's a Saturday.
Winner pays off that night while we watch the game.
Too easy.
So if you end up winning, which is highly unlikely, if you should win, you come out here to the ranch. I'll put some steaks on the grill, and we'll watch Michigan beat Duke on the 98-inch television. If I win, I'm coming to your ranch. The fattest cheese steak you can muster up in the kitchen, and we sit there and we watch the Wolverines. Either way, beat Duke. One way or the other.
Too easy. I'm loving the idea. And I am on board with it. So that means I'm going to have 2 steak dinners coming my way. Woo! One for winning NFL picks, and the other for Duke shellacking the Wolverines. I love it, and I'm here for it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
What sides are we going to have with those steaks? I'll let you pick it. I'll let you pick the size. Don't worry. I'll let
You
you
know
pick the
what?
size.
I'll send you a picture of the one I'm about to eat here in about 2 hours,
Okay.
and it'll look just like that.
Replicate it. See, you're speaking it into existence. It'll look just like that. Yep, speaking into existence. I'm with it. I am with it. Yeah, baby. That's right. That's right. Now that I know that I have 2 steak dinners coming, I'm going to give you an olive branch and give you the trivia question of the day.
Okay, bring it.
Now I'm going to ease the pain of you having to cook me 2 steaks, so it's not going to be too hard. Okay. All right.
Okay.
How many NFL teams have bird mascots?
All right. So one bird mascot.
Bird. Bird mascot.
So do I just have to give you an answer, or can I name them?
Either one.
The Ravens.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm going through the divisions. So Ravens. Steelers. No. Bengals. No. Tennessee. Jacksonville. Houston. Indy. Miami. Buffalo. Jets. Who am I forgetting in the? Oh, Patriots. No. AFC West. Broncos. Raiders. Chiefs. Broncos. Raiders. Chiefs. Chargers. No. Falcons. Eagles. I should have looked at the screen. There's one right above your head. Am I missing? I'm missing one. Am I just missing one?
Okay.
Are you going to tell me that? I don't get to know. Oh no, because the question is how many are there? So who did I say? I said Ravens, Falcons
and Eagles.
Eagles. Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. Is that it? Cardinals. Forgetting one. Oh, there's 5. Seattle.
There's 5. All right. And again, that man has proven that he knows ball.
Real quick, did you know? Have you ever been to Seattle?
I've been to Seattle once, and I hated it because it was raining the whole time.
Yeah. Have you been to the stadiums? They sit like right next to each other. The football stadium and the baseball stadium. And there's like this little, like if you look at it on a map, you got like the football stadium is here and the baseball stadium's like here. And there's like a road that comes down. And there's the coolest little diner. I can't even remember the name of it. There's a little diner, like literally you walk out of the diner, walk across the street and up the steps into the baseball stadium. And when we got there, it was obviously baseball season. And we pulled right up, and there's like literally a big parking lot out in front of the football stadium. And I pulled right up to the front and like parked by the big sidewalk that goes in front of the Seahawks stadium.
Yeah.
Because we got there like really early. And I parked like right there in the front. We walked down. You were like right in this little cafe. Like that was the coolest little city though. It's not little, but I loved it there.
Yeah, no, I hated it there. So, it rained the whole time I was there, and I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah,
it was really, really gloomy. I didn't like it. But
yeah,
maybe
it's definitely not somewhere
like
I would want to live.
Summertime, springtime, or fall time, and see if I can catch it when it's pretty outside.
Well, I was there around Father's Day, so what's that, June?
June, yeah.
That was what my wife got me for my very first Father's Day gift.
Okay.
Was a trip. That was when it was Griffey's like his second to last season, but his last full season in Seattle.
Okay.
And she got me tickets to the Mariners, all 3 Mariner Diamondbacks games all weekend. We flew out
for the whole weekend.
Spent the weekend in Seattle, and he only had one at bat the whole weekend.
Oh crap!
And he hit.
Was that Sunday?
Go ahead. He hit yes. He hit.
He hit
a go ahead 3-run homer that ended up being in the 7th inning. He pinch hit. He hit one time, and I was so bummed when he didn't play the first 2 games because he was old at the time. He was damn near 40.
Yeah.
But so I got to see him take one at bat at Safeco Field, and he homered. It was the greatest. It's awesome.
Oh man,
I lost my voice.
That's a bucket list check off right there.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But guys, if you enjoyed the content, we ask that you like, comment, subscribe. That's my man Jason. I'm your boy Kareem, and we'll see you on the next one.
Laters.